Music industry icon Clive Davis has reportedly died at 94, and the wave of reactions flooding social media has been impossible to miss. As tributes continue pouring in from every direction, Jermaine Dupri is already calling for major honors from BET, while Busta Rhymes paid his respects by praising Davis as a true oracle of the music world.
I'm gonna call Clive Davis an oracle.
As fans and artists continue flooding social media with tributes and praise for the music mogul's lasting legacy, a completely different conversation is beginning to pick up steam. At the same time, several controversies that many people thought had been buried for years are suddenly resurfacing, and it's shocking to see just how fast those old accusations are finding their way back into the public eye.
I've made it no secret that I just thought it was in poor taste for you to continue with the pre-Grammy party when Whitney's body was still upstairs in the hotel room. Remember, Whitney passed away the same day as Clive, your annual party.
All over social media, users are digging back through old stories involving everyone from Whitney Houston to Diddy, while some are also highlighting reports that Bruno Mars deliberately stayed away from one of Clive Davis's gatherings. A growing number of people online believe this situation is about much more than paying tribute or simply saying rest in peace. And believe me, after hearing the different perspectives now surfacing, you'll quickly see why this discussion has exploded into something far larger than anyone anticipated. So with that said, let's dive in.
I'm just coming in from Steve Stoute birthday party. Happy birthday, Steve Stoute. I just want to say this real quick. I pray that this weekend, the BET Awards, they go back in. Y'all start tomorrow. Y'all can start tomorrow or whatever. I mean, I'm in France, so probably now. But listen, y'all go back in and y'all do something special for Clive Davis, because Clive Davis really put black music in the forefront. And he really did this different than any other white executive that I've ever seen. Like, he really, I mean, you had to be going to Clive Davis parties to understand what I'm saying. At the Beverly Hills Hotel, when the Grammys was in New York, like before he went to the Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel, Clive used to have his party there, and the soul of the party was amazing. And
influence helped create opportunities and shine a spotlight on a millionaire black man. One of the first major voices to respond was Jermaine Dupri, and his tribute immediately grabbed people's attention. Without a doubt, many fans are already describing JD's message as one of the most heartfelt reactions shared online. He wrote, "It's Black Music Month, and today we lost a man who truly understood how important black music is to the world." But that wasn't the only part of his statement that caught people's attention. JD also pointed to an important chapter in music history that a lot of younger listeners may not be fully aware of. Throughout his career, Clive Davis played a significant role in helping black artists and black-owned labels break into the mainstream on an enormous level. His artists and labels tied to Teaneck Records, Philadelphia International, Earth, Wind & Fire, Patti LaBelle, the O'Jays, Harold Melvin, Lou Rawls, Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, and Sly Stone. When you really take a moment to look at that list, the scope of his impact is staggering. JD also reminded fans that Clive later partnered with LaFace Records, helping pave the way for artists such as Babyface, L.A. Reid, Tony Braxton, TLC, and Outkast. Then the 1990s arrived, and Davis played a key role in launching Bad Boy Records, a decision that would shape the careers of stars like Biggie, Faith Evans, and Mary J. Blige. Once you connect all those pieces together, it's easy to understand why so many people believe his influence reached across several generations of black music. JD wrapped up his tribute by urging BET to honor Clive Davis with the major celebration he feels the iconic executive has earned.
Black music meant to the world and what black music meant to the music business, right? That's why his party was so popping. He was a white man with a party that had all the black executives, all the black artists, all of black music wanted to be at Clive Davis' party. So I just pray that on the BET Awards, Black Music Entertainment, that we do something big for Clive as we let him rest in peace. Because we lost one of the guys. I'm talking about a guy that was the guy that other guys wanted to be, like the guy, Clive Davis. Rest in peace.
Shot with that green on.
That's like great.
Got that green on, baby. Green money, green money, green money.
For younger viewers who only know Clive Davis from his celebrity-packed Grammy events, it's important to realize just how massive his influence on the music business truly was. Clive wasn't simply another record executive passing through the industry. He served as the head of Columbia Records, went on to establish Arista Records and J Records, secured a spot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, won 5 Grammy Awards, and cemented himself as one of the most influential power players music has ever produced. What's even more remarkable is that he played a key role in shaping the careers of iconic artists such as Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Barry Manilow, Santana, Jennifer Hudson, and Kelly Clarkson. Just looking at those names makes it clear why so many people viewed Clive Davis as the ultimate kingmaker working behind the curtain.
Alicia Keys.
I never loved someone the way that I'm loving you.
You knew it the moment you heard her too? That level of certainty is exactly what many people came to associate with Clive Davis and his ability to recognize talent long before the rest of the industry caught on. From Whitney Houston to numerous other superstars, his influence could be found behind some of the biggest breakthroughs in music history. He was instrumental in launching Whitney's career, forged important ties with Bad Boy, partnered with LaFace, and worked alongside artists spanning nearly every genre imaginable. That kind of influence is incredibly rare in the music business. The reason so many artists and industry insiders are responding with such emotion right now extends far beyond record sales or business partnerships. For many, Clive was never just another executive sitting in an office making corporate decisions. He symbolized an era in music when one visionary leader could genuinely shape the sound and direction of entire generations. In the eyes of countless people, he was among the last of the true music moguls, which is exactly why this loss is being felt so deeply across the industry.
Well, icon is the opposite.
A music lover. He's really a relentless music lover.
Oh, wow. Music.
Consistent identifier of great talent. It's more than one word. Prolific.
Oh, legendary.
Oh my God, that's so hard. I'm just gonna go with legend. Legend.
And I saw this for the first time in 1986.
Oh, that's 3. All right, there
While I
you
was
go.
cutting.
Groundbreaking.
Watch this, how I make it one word.
So it's a punk artist.
Aretha, Miss Aretha, Frank, Whitney, Houston.
Yesterday, but it does feel like yesterday. And I remember he said to me, "So, what do you want to do? Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years? Where do you want to be?" And I had never had somebody of his stature ask me those.
One of the most emotional tributes, however, came from Alicia Keys, and it gave fans a deeper look at just how far Clive Davis's influence truly reached. Her message made it clear that his impact extended well beyond hit records and industry accolades. Alicia didn't hold back, writing, "Clive Davis changed my life forever." And when you consider everything she went through early in her career, those words carry tremendous meaning. At the time, she was only 18 years old. Hardly anyone was willing to bet on her potential. She found herself caught in label disputes, creative disagreements, and pressure from executives who wanted to mold her into someone she wasn't. But Clive recognized something in her that others failed to see. He signed her and chose to believe in her vision and talent. Alicia wrote, "He believed in me from the very beginning, when I was just 18 years old, and very few saw what I was capable of." She also shared that Clive often called her a Renaissance woman, a title she says remains one of the greatest compliments she's ever received. Then came the part of her tribute that really resonated with people online. Alicia explained that if Clive had not seen her potential during those critical early years, the world might never have known the artist she eventually became. Just stop and think about that for a moment. No Fallin', no If I Ain't Got You, possibly not even the unforgettable New York anthem that became one of the defining songs of her career. In so many ways, a single decision from one executive helped change the trajectory of music history. Alicia's husband, legendary producer Swizz Beatz, paid tribute as well by posting what turned out to be one of the final public photos of Clive Davis, taken during a Gordon Parks Foundation dinner. Swizz kept his message brief yet powerful, simply writing, "Thank you for everything, King." But while tributes continued flooding social media, a very different conversation was beginning to gain traction online. Many people started revisiting older controversies, including the heavily debated decisions surrounding Whitney Houston's death during Grammy weekend, and the fact that Clive's annual Grammy party still proceeded later that same night.
Every year, and the tragic day that she died, there were many. Why did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing, but the Grammys were the next night. You don't cancel. You turn an evening into a tribute.
Some people felt that the event eventually became more of a tribute honoring Whitney Houston's life and legacy rather than the celebration it was originally intended to be. Others, though, argued that the entire gathering should have been canceled altogether, given the tragic circumstances surrounding her passing. The discussion grew so heated that even Boozy publicly criticized the way the situation was handled, adding even more fuel to an already emotional debate.
It was just everything. I hate what it did to Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
I hate that. That woman was everything to me.
Yeah.
Her drugness, her drug made this whole world lose respect for that woman.
Nope.
You got Damar Hamlin. The world is shaped up so much now, bro. We got Damar Hamlin almost died.
Yeah.
And we stopped the game for him.
Yeah.
Almost died. But we got Whitney Houston. Lose her life. And I just found out this reading. And you still had that Clive Davis party?
Yeah.
The disrespect for that woman.
Yeah.
The disrespect for Whitney. It's a shame.
This is where the conversation takes a dramatic shift, because the internet doesn't appear interested in keeping the focus solely on tributes and condolences. While many across the music industry are celebrating Clive Davis as a legendary figure and wishing him peace, others are saying, wait a minute, there are still unresolved questions surrounding the empire he allegedly helped create. And if you've been paying attention to the reactions online, one name continues to surface again and again. That name is Diddy. And that's when this entire story begins to take a far more complicated turn.
Was victimized by his mentor, Clive Davis.
Rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994.
But he got a boss too, and his boss name is Clive Davis. Clive run him.
An increasing number of people online are arguing that Clive Davis did more than simply discover talented artists. According to those conversations, he helped certain individuals gain influence, industry relationships, valuable resources, and access to networks that could rapidly elevate careers. With the serious allegations currently surrounding Diddy, some social media users have started revisiting the past and asking who may have helped shape the environment that contributed to his rapid rise in the industry. That question has quickly become a major point of discussion across multiple platforms. Then there's Jaguar Wright, who for years has publicly shared a range of controversial claims about Diddy and the music business as a whole. She has alleged that Diddy experienced traumatic events early in his career and has also claimed that Clive Davis was connected in some way to those circumstances. Jaguar's broader position is that certain decisions and behaviors she attributes to Diddy later in life may have been influenced by experiences she believes took place much earlier in the industry. However, it's important to draw a clear distinction here. These claims originate from Jaguar Wright and remain allegations. They have not been established as fact, and many of her statements over the years have been strongly challenged and widely debated. Part of the reason these allegations are resurfacing now is because public confidence in the music industry has already been shaken in recent years. Some people believe powerful executives often knew more than they publicly acknowledged, while others argue that certain influential figures were protected for far too long. Whether those views are accurate or not, they continue to drive speculation online whenever stories like this re-emerge. Critics have also pointed out that when Clive Davis was previously asked about Diddy, he did not provide an extensive public response. He chose not to publicly elaborate in detail, and for people who were already skeptical, that limited response only led to even more questions.
What? P. Diddy. Diddy.
And that's precisely why so many people online responded by saying, "This is exactly what we've been saying all along." Their point is straightforward. If you played a role in building one of the most powerful hip-hop empires ever created, why do so few influential figures speak publicly when controversy surrounds one of its biggest stars? That's what has made the discussion surrounding Clive Davis so layered and controversial. On one side, there is no question that his contributions to music were extraordinary. He helped bring Whitney Houston to the world stage, was instrumental in Alicia Keys' rise, and created a legacy that influenced generations of artists. Those achievements are undeniable, and they remain a permanent part of music history. At the same time, however, critics are raising an entirely different set of concerns. They want answers about what may have happened behind the scenes, what came with that level of influence, and whether some of the industry's most powerful gatekeepers took important secrets with them that the public may never fully know. That's why the reactions to Clive Davis have been anything but unanimous. Some people are honoring a visionary, a kingmaker, and a legendary executive whose impact permanently changed the music industry. Others view him as an enigmatic figure whose relationships and influence continue to generate questions even after his passing. And that sharp divide is exactly why this conversation continues to trend online. As an old clip currently circulating on social media reminds viewers, stories involving major industry power players often leave behind more questions than clear answers. So now the conversation turns to you. Do you see Clive Davis as a once-in-a-generation music mastermind who transformed countless careers? Or do you believe he helped shape aspects of an industry system that many people are now questioning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.